Good evening, I'm Hannah Bueller. The race for Buffalo mayor has taken a major turn. Two separate judges have ruled Mayor Byron Brown can have his name on the ballot come November. Mayor Brown is trying to hold on to his office after India Walton upset him in the Democratic primary. He's seeking his fifth term in office. Brown already planned to run a write-in campaign, but several of his supporters filed a lawsuit claiming his name should be on the ballot. Walton is the Democratic nominee. Brown's name will be on an independent line. A federal court judge and state Supreme Court justice each ruled in Brown's favor in separate decisions today. The lawsuit claimed voters did not have enough time to make their decision.
Being on the ballot significantly increases our chances of winning. We felt confident that we were going to win as a write-in candidate. But being on the ballot will significantly increase my chances of winning November 2nd.
Last week, the Erie County Board of Elections denied Brown's petition to be on the ballot. They said Brown filed his request past the deadline.
We held a primary election. Mayor Brown was the endorsed Democrat. He was on the ballot in the primary and he lost. So the fact that he's able to have a second bite at the apple, it just shows that he is a true sore loser and is attempting to circumvent the processes that have been put in place by our state government and our federal government to protect the electorate in elections.
Walton said she will appeal the federal court ruling. She spoke before the state Supreme Court ruling was announced. Tonight, our Jeff Rusak explores Walton's option and whether the federal judge involved should have made a ruling at all.
Mayor Byron Brown will be on the ballot in November as of today, but India Walton and the Erie County Department of Elections can appeal both rulings.
This is just, maybe step one in the process of whether the mayor will be on the ballot or not.
Is there some divergence between how a federal court and a state court rule? Right now, Mayor Brown won on both cases, but it is possible that the appellate courts could diverge.
Whatever any appeals process decides, the decision would be quick, given the Board of Election needs to know how to lay out their ballots before they're printed.
And so these will be expedited, so hopefully it will be determined within a short period of time.
India Walton tweeting this after the federal decision, calling the fact that Judge John Sinatra was presiding over this case a travesty and a mockery of justice. Sinatra is the brother of Nick Sinatra, a campaign donor of Byron Brown.
A very difficult road, legally an uphill battle to prove that anything to show that the judge was not fair and impartial because of some outside matter.
Judge Sinatra said he does not believe there is a conflict of interest. If Byron Brown remains on the ballot, a voter writing down Brown's name in and selecting the circle for Brown would disqualify their ballot. Jeff Rusak, 7 Eyewitness News.
For some background into the federal judge ruling in this case, Judge John Sinatra. He was sworn in December 2019 after being nominated by President Donald Trump in May of 2018. He filled a vacancy left when Judge William Scretany assumed senior status in 2015.